You're in the gym every day, working out the same muscles hard, pushing through the pain. Your ego is getting bigger, but your arms aren't. That's the lie nobody talks about. Pain is not progress. The thing that you think builds muscle is actually what stops it. I know this because I lived it. Started at 98 pounds weak. My body changed. Then I spent years doing it completely wrong and got nowhere. I was a late bloomer, 98 pounds in 10th grade, weak, small, the kind of kid the other kids looked through, not at. And I knew it. Then, the summer between 10th and 11th grade, my body decided to show up. I got taller, wider. Suddenly, there was muscle where there wasn't any before. And when I came back to school, people noticed. That's when the trouble started, because I had just enough size to think I was ready for things I wasn't ready for. My ego grew 3 sizes overnight, and I was about to spend years paying for it. Welcome to The Useful Man, a channel about learning, growing, and staying useful in a world that gets stranger by the day. Life gets complicated. It doesn't have to stay that way. There are rules to everything, and life doesn't come with an owner's manual. You win when you understand the rules. Are you ready? Let's get back into it. I didn't learn to lift weights in a class. I learned by watching. You know, monkey see, monkey do. You walk into the weight room, you find the strongest looking guy, and you copy everything he does. No form check, no instruction, no one telling you what you are actually supposed to be doing. So I learned bad habits. I learned that if it doesn't hurt, you're not working hard enough. I learned that the goal was to move as much weight as possible, as fast as possible. I learned that soreness the next day meant you done something right. I learned that pain was the point. And with a newly confident body and an ego 3 sizes too big, I decided to chase it. I was this 100-pound plus kid looking at bodybuilding magazines at guys who weighed 250 pounds. Today, you'd be scrolling through Instagram, watching some 22-year-old genetic freak deadlifting a truck. Same mistake, different decade. My ego was bigger than my body, and my body was not interested in that arrangement. So I did what every man does. I decided to work out my arms every single day. Wanted bigger arms, so I hit them hard every day. No recovery, just constant grinding. Because that's what all the magazines told me to do. That's what no pain, no gain meant. Except that's not what it means. That's what your ego tells you it means. The problem is simple. Your muscles don't grow when you're working them. They grow when you're resting them. You tear muscle fiber down in the gym and your body rebuilds it stronger during recovery. But if you never give it recovery time, you never get growth. You just get tired and injured. Years went by like that. Me against my own body. Me losing every single time. Muscle strain, pain. That was soreness. Pain meant something was actually working. And then, once it healed, I'd do it again because I never actually learned anything. I just learned to keep chasing pain. The juice wasn't worth the squeeze anymore. All that effort, all that suffering, and nothing to show for it. No growth. My muscles, yeah, they were getting strong, but they weren't getting bigger. My jeans fit the same, my shirt fit the same. I was grinding and the suffering and getting absolutely nowhere. That's where the turning point came. I started taking Taekwondo, martial arts, and in martial arts, form is everything. It's not about how hard you hit, it's about how you hit, your stance, your balance, your technique. The masters would drill the same moves on you, it would seem like thousands of times because form beats power, form beats speed, form beats ego. And one day, in the gym, it actually clicked. I was standing in the gym with a weight I wanted to lift, and for the first time I asked myself a different question. Can I do this weight with perfect form? Not can I move it, but can I move it right? That was the question that changed everything. Because you've seen it happen before in the gym. Somebody's lifting a weight, but they're using their whole body to lift the weight, to move the weight. They have horrible form, but they're lifting the heavy weight. That's impressive, right? But the answer was no. I didn't have the form. I had the ego, but not the form. So I did something that made me look ridiculous. I went lighter, way lighter, light enough that people would look at me and think I was like brand new to the gym, light enough that my ego would have to take a hit, but light enough that I could actually do it right, in the right form. Here's what I built instead of chasing the pain. I got a notebook, a real one, a 3-ring binder, some pen and paper, and I documented everything, every workout, every weight, every rep, every exercise. Now today everybody's got an app on their phone and they never use it. Use an app if you want. I don't care. The point isn't the notebook. The point is paying attention. I created a split. Different muscle groups on different days. Arms one day, back another, chest, legs, rotated through the week. One muscle group per week. Never twice in the same week. For each exercise, I graded myself on a scale. 1, 2, 3. 1 meant it was too easy. I could do it in my sleep. 2 meant it was working, but I wasn't working that hard. 3 was the target that I wanted to be at. That's the weight where I was right at the limit of what I could do with perfect form. Not struggling, not failing, but working. That's where I wanted to be. Then the progression was simple. When a 3 became easy, I'd increase the weight just a little. Not dramatically, a little. Then I'd stay with that weight until it became comfortable and slipped back into category 2. Then I would increase the weight again. Your body's smart, maybe smarter than you are. It adapts. It's a biological machine designed to adapt to the stress you put it under. You do the same weight, same reps, same exercise, same form. Eventually, your body says, okay, I got this, and it stops changing. That's not failure. That's called a plateau, and everyone hits it. The wrong answer is to go heavier, to push harder, to chase the pain again. The right answer is to change one variable. Keep the weight the same and lower the reps. Or add a lot more weight, add more weight to it, and do less reps. You're trying to break the plateau. Then you need to rest. A full recovery. 1 week before you hit that muscle group again. Your muscles need to be stressed to grow. That's real. But they also need to recover, to heal, to actually build. I manage this the same way everybody does, with ice, heating pads, topical creams, sleep, clean eating. Those aren't admissions of failure. They're the tools for progress. And here's what happened once I understood the system. Once I could concentrate my workouts on body groups per week and give them the proper rest, I started seeing real gains, faster gains, much faster than all those years of chasing pain. It seemed slow at first. It does. But you start doing it repeatedly, and then all of a sudden you start noticing you're getting stronger, you're getting bigger. It takes time, but measurable results, real progress. A 98-pound kid learns something after 20 plus years of training. Pain is not progress. Your ego will lie to you. It will tell you that suffering means success, that more it hurts, the more you're earning it. That's wrong. That's how you get hurt. That's how you spend years undoing damage instead of building strength. Progress is small. It's boring. It's methodical. It's a notebook. It's a perfect form on lightweight. It's patience. It's one muscle group per week, full recovery, and strategic in increments. It's discipline. The real battle isn't the weight. It's with your ego. Because your ego will always want more than your body can handle. Your ego will always push for pain. Your ego will always want tomorrow's rewards today. But that's not how it works. Your ego and your body need to grow together. Your body builds real strength. Your ego catches up naturally. They stay in lockstep. That's balance. But if your ego grows faster than your body can support, you get hurt. You get stuck. You waste years. Discipline keeps them balanced. Discipline is what earns the rewards. Your body keeps score. It doesn't care what your ego believes. It doesn't care what Instagram says. It doesn't care what the magazine says. It responds to what you actually do. 1 muscle group per week, perfect form, full recovery, good sleep, clean nutrition, consistency, and time. I know that's not sexy, and it's not impressive, and it won't get you likes on social media, but it's the only thing that actually really does work. I was a late bloomer, weak for years, and it took discipline to build something real. If you're standing in a gym right now and you're looking at a weight and you think, if you need to be able to lift it, but something tells you that you can't do it right. Listen to that voice. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. The funny thing is that this lesson stopped being about the gym a long time ago. Your ego wants the bigger paycheck before you earn the skills. It wants the bigger house before you build the savings. It wants respect before you've become respectable. It wants the 100-pound dumbbells before you mastered the 50-pound ones. Your ego will always want tomorrow rewards today. Your discipline is what earns them. Let progress follow. That's the only way it works. Thanks for spending some useful time with me. A slinky is just a metal spring that's forgotten how to be a tool and decided to become a toy instead. It's fun for about 30 seconds, then it just tangles itself into a knot and you can't fix it. So don't be a slinky. Be the spring that does the heavy lifting. I'll catch you on the next one.